right, David. I mean, just to kind of start out, take us through the relationship that Tour Edge and the CDGA have, and why it was important from your guys' perspective to get into the relationship.
Yeah, sure. So, Tour Edge is a Chicago company. We've been here for 33 years, and obviously the CDGA has been here a lot longer, but deeply rooted in, golf and the community. And so it just makes total sense to partner with the CDGA, and it's been really fun. The things we're doing, the tournaments we're involved in, the sponsorships, the donations of clubs, the work with the foundation on top of that. It's great stuff for us, and we're happy and proud to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned the foundation. You guys very generously donating clubs for the people who play the Sunshine Course down at Midwest Golf House to utilize. How important is that sort of giving aspect to Tour Edge in general?
Well, now that we've been doing this a while, we should be able to give back to the community, right? Mm-hmm. And so what a perfect place to put it. It really benefits the right people and the kids. And so, yeah, I wish we could do more. And that day will probably come. But with our relationship with CDGA growing and getting to know everybody again, kind of circling back, because we're out of there for a little while when the times were tough, but things are getting a lot better, and so we're able to participate a lot more, and it's really been fulfilling.
Take us through a little bit, a brief history of the company, kind of how you got it started back in the 80s and everything like that.
Yeah, so I grew up at the Village Links in Glen Ellen, and we had a blast there growing up and playing golf, and it's quite a place to grow up because it's the busiest golf course on the planet, right? And so played college golf, not particularly well, and decided, I've always been interested in clubs, and I'd had a repair company going all through high school, repaired thousands of clubs, and it even refinished Greg Norman's driver at one point. So I had a pretty good cachet for that, and came back. I taught golf a little bit, and after college turned pro, and that didn't go so well either, and I couldn't take the teaching. It just wasn't what I did well, so I was always a club freak, and so started Tour Edge out of my garage back in '86, and just grew it year by year. We doubled sales every year for many years, and now we're probably the eighth in line as far as club sales go in the United States. And so it's been a great ride.
So 30 plus years later, you're still very hands-on in the design process of everything that you guys put out.
Yeah.
Why is it important to you to still kind of be that involved with the design process?
Well, I'll tell you, now it's so competitive, and everybody's clubs are good. So you really have to build a better mousetrap, and that takes a lot of know-how. And engineering's, I have a lot of support now behind me, but it still gets back to the basics of what looks good, too. And some companies lose sight of that, and you have to always have that in mind. So like with our tour players, that's one of the reasons we're gaining guys like Tom Lehman, Scotty McCarron, because they really appreciate the shapes. And it's easy on the eyes, and they go, oh, wow, I can hit this, fantastic, let's go. And so that's the backbone of it, really, is the fact that we still have a lot of tradition in our look, and then we just try to add the science to make the golf club really tick.
All the development process takes place here right at the headquarters in Batavia. You've got an office under lock and key sort of within your office. So maybe if you can, without us going back there, sort of take us behind the scenes as to what goes on back in that room.
Yeah, so it's really crazy stuff, like moment of inertia testing machines and CG automation and CT machines and scanners and CAD computers. Mm-hmm. And then a workshop. A good old-fashioned workshop. So we make a lot of the original models really by hand, especially in irons and putters. So, and wedges, of course, too. It's all hand done. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. And, we keep trying to add to it and get more in place with the big guys. In fact, this year we're getting a robot that hits balls, like on iron by iron. So we're really excited about bringing that to our facility here, and that'll be upstairs along with our fitting bay and all that. We're going to learn a lot from that, so we're really excited about that.
Yeah. And then lastly, I know you guys take pride in the ability to offer, really high quality equipment, but maybe a little better value to the consumer, particularly with this latest Exotics line that you guys have out here in 2019.
Yeah, so when we developed the driver, for instance, the Exotics EXS driver, we developed it to be the best driver out there. And then when we put it through our marketing channel and we did the marketing research, it turned out that, gosh, it's really going to be hard to compete with the big boys no matter what we do. They've got it, tailor-made in Callaway. We've got virtually every tour player out there. Their strength is huge. So we said, well, we'll come in at a good price. And we really turned heads with that. So it's as good as anybody else's driver or better. And a test is good or better on TrackMan and the like. But it's a $299 driver. So we're turning a lot of heads with that, and we're selling a lot of drivers.
Yeah, and not only the consumers enjoying that driver, but tour professionals as well starting to put it in their bag.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Let's see. We had Duffy Waldorf is playing right now, and actually he hit it 6 yards farther than his current driver, which was fantastic. So it was a good fitting. It included our driver head, Exotics EXS, but also we dialed in the right shaft, and that's really important to keep that in mind. It's all about the shaft. You really have to have the right release of the shaft for your swing. And then actually Freddie Couples is testing it right now too, and so that'd be a really good one for us to get. He really liked it the first couple swings last week, so looking forward to it.